What is up, everybody? My name is Omar Rodriguez, and welcome back to The Metal Mixtape. There are millions of channels across YouTube, but fate and the algorithm and Big Brother, who owns the internet, decided to bring you here to The Metal Mixtape because you love the Eagles and you love Hotel California. So I'm going to be doing a first-time reaction today. Of course, I've heard Hotel California. Of course, I've heard of the Eagles. This song's been out over 50 years. If you have been living under a rock, maybe you haven't heard it. But, I mean, it's been in commercials. It's been in movies. I remember my best friend's drunk dad, when I was like 6 years old, would always blast the Eagles through the house. But the reason I listed this the first time reaction is because I do not know what the band looks like. I've never seen any videos of them live, and I'm super curious to see how they perform this song live, a super legendary band. And I am super excited. So first of all, just to give you a little introduction about myself, my name is Omar Rodriguez. I live in Ashland, Oregon. I have been playing music for over 20 years, which is insane. I am a published worldwide journalist for heavy metal and rock music, and I've been a radio DJ for 8 years, and I own my own heavy metal festivals in Oregon. Enough of that. I just wanted to introduce myself because I love you. Life's short. We might not be here tomorrow, so I just want to say hi. Love you guys. All right, here it is. Hotel California. Live, 1977. There's so many people reacting to this. People are like this. Don't worry, you won't get any of those faces. Only genuine rock. Because this song kicks ass. I wonder what they look like. Hopefully they're not Teletubbies. I'm kidding, they're not Teletubbies. Here on the Metal Mixtape. Alright, the only time I'm going to pause this during the video, I did make an O face. Sorry. Won't pause it again, I swear.
Saw a shimmering light. I hit the heavy and my sight grew dim. I had to stop for the night. There she stood in the doorway. Heard the mission bell. And I was thinking to myself, this could be heaven or this could be hell. She lit up a candle and she showed me the way. There were voices down the corridor. I thought I heard them say, welcome to the Hotel California. Such a lovely place, such a lovely place, such a lovely face. There's plenty of room at the Hotel California. Is different and twisted. She got the Mercedes Benz. She got a lot of pretty boys that she calls friends. How they dance in the courtyard, sweet summer sweat. Some dance to remember, some dance to forget. So I called him the captain. Please bring my wine. He said, we haven't had that just prisoners here of our own device. And in the master's chambers, gathered for the feast, stab it with their stealing knives, but they just can't kill the beast. Last thing I remember, I was running for the door. I had to find a passage back to the place I was before. Relax, said the nightman, we are programmed to receive. You can check out anytime you like, but you can never leave.
Alright. Wow! That was sick. Alright. Alright. First of all, I didn't expect for the for the drummer to be singing that whole time. So one thing I do know about the Eagles, I know Joe Walsh. Right? Joe Walsh. Hold on. I'm looking him up on Wikipedia right now. Because dude, they're so freaking good. Remembers. Yeah, Joe Walsh. Because I remember Joe Walsh had that one hit. I don't know. He had this one hit that my friend's dad used to be like super drunk and always used to sing it. It was amazing. I'm sure we'll look it up. I'm gonna have to look it up in a second. But dude, so Don Henley, dude, I didn't know freaking Don was literally. You know what I thought? I thought Joe Walsh was the one singing. Because I knew of Joe Walsh being by himself and that he once played for the Eagles, but I did not expect Don Henley, a drummer, to be singing that whole part. That's like the most iconic part. The dun 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 dun. It was just, dude, it was awesome. I loved it, dude. The Eagles from 1971 from Los Angeles, California. I was born there in 1989. I was 18. I mean, no, that's 18 years before I was born. That's insane, man. But that was beautiful. That was awesome. I loved it. You know what? I thought I was coming in to do a reaction, and like I kind of had like a sort of idea, but I honestly did not have an idea that literally that Don was gonna be doing the vocals on there. But it says right here too that members Glenn Fry did vocals too. It looks like everybody did vocals. Yeah, I'm gonna do this super quick, okay? But because I'm not the best reader. The Eagles are an American rock band formed in Los Angeles in 1971 with 5 #1 singles, 6 #1 albums, and 6 Grammys and 5 American Music Awards. The Eagles were one of the most successful musical acts of the 1970s in North America and are one of the most world best-selling music artists, having sold more than 200 million records worldwide, including 100 million records sold in the U.S. alone. They were inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 1998 and were ranked number 75 on the Rolling Stone for top 10's list for the greatest artists of all time. Founding members Glenn Frey, who did guitar vocals, Don Henley, drums vocals, Bernie Leadon, who did guitar vocals, Randy Meisner, bass, drums, and vocals, and did I miss it? Did Joe Walsh come later? Joe Fiddler Walsh is an American artist, former best known as a member of the rock band The Eagles. His 5-decade career includes solo work, stints with other bands like James Gang, Ringo Starr, and his all-star band in New Zealand's Herbs. That's pretty bad, man. In the mid-'60s, after attending Kent State University, Walsh played with several local Ohio bands before reaching national fame with James Gregg, whose hit Funk 49 showcased his skills. Roger Abramson, sorry, I said that wrong. Abramson signed with James Gregg to BPI to Cleveland. After leaving James Gang in 1972, Walsh formed Barnstorm with Joe Vitale and Kenny Passarelli. Through the band produced 3 albums. Their work was marketed as Walsh solo projects. The last Barnstorm album, So What, 1974, features significant contributions from the Eagles members. That is pretty cool. All right, Hotel California. That was awesome. I love you guys from the bottom of my heart. My name is Omar Rodriguez. I am your heavy metal journalist. Let's do some more Eagles. And by the way, if this video gets blocked, I might have to put something over the photo. And who knows, if it gets blocked, you might not ever see my face. But if you see my face, hit that subscribe button. Helps me out. Helps my son out. Helps my family out. It just helps me live longer. I love you guys from the bottom of my heart. My name is Omar Rodriguez. Oh, and also, comment. I reply to everybody's comments. I've had 21,000 comments on here. I reply to everybody. It's so much work. But it's love work, and I love love. I love you here on the Metal Mixtape.